Hi friends, I am Erin and I am going to take you through a short posture practice today, followed by some breathing and some meditation. This has become one of my favorite ways to practice. Here in the West, we are accustomed to going to yoga classes and having them be primarily asana or posture focused, which is wonderful. We need our bodies to be strong and healthy. But really, these practices, these postures are designed to prepare the body for the practices of pranayama, the breathing practices, and meditation, concentration, focus. So we're going to do a little bit of movement to prepare our bodies, and then we're going to sit for a little bit. So thanks for being with me today. Here we go. So we're going to start with our feet about inner hips width distance apart. You can look down and locate your inner hip bones here. Take the pinky sides of your hands, put them on those hip bones and look down. That is about your inner hips width distance. Of course, everything I say is a suggestion, a starting off point. Please listen to your body, make adjustments. If something that I'm saying doesn't feel good in your body, always listen to your body over my words. But for now, we'll center here in standing. So feel free to close your eyes. And if closing your eyes isn't feeling quite right, you can just let your eyes be downcast, gazing at a single unmoving point. And feel your feet connected to the earth. Feel your breath coming and going. Invite yourself to begin to settle into this moment, releasing anything that's come before, releasing anything that is yet to be. And just feel yourself standing right here, right now, in this moment. You have everything you need. When you're ready, draw your attention all the way down to your feet. And on an inhale, lift all 10 toes, activating the muscles of the feet and the legs. Keep those toes lifted for a moment and think about pressing firmly into the mound underneath the big toe. And while you're pressing into the mound underneath the big toe, also think about pressing into the outer heels. So we have this diagonal line from big toe mound to outer heels. And while you're doing that, also press firmly into the mound underneath the pinky toe and the inner heels. So we're pressing firmly into the four corners of the feet. And there's some debate in the yoga world whether there's 4 corners or 3 corners, but for today we're going to think about it as 4. Pressing firmly there and noticing how this activates the legs, the hips. And if you don't feel that, that's okay. Just notice what you feel. Take a deep breath here. Remain pressing into those 4 points and see if you can exhale and place the toes one at a time back down on your mat without gripping. Breathing here as you bring your attention to your knees and make sure that they're not locking, having a little bit of a bend. And keep breathing as you place your hands on your hips and notice the bowl of your pelvis. So we tend to have a tendency, sometimes the pelvis wants to tilt forward. This is definitely my tendency. The pelvis spills forward, the butt kind of sticks out, the ribs flail. And then often there's a tendency for the opposite to happen. The pelvis tilts backwards, the front of the body collapses, there's a rounding in the upper spine. So see if you can find that sweet spot in between where the bowl of the pelvis is sitting upright. Draw from below the navel inward and upward to engage the lower abs and the lower back. And then replace your hands on your hips and glide your hands up to your rib cage. And notice if the rib cage is above the pelvis. If not, you can glide that rib cage back slightly so there's spaciousness in the back body. And then place your hands on the shoulders and allow the shoulders to melt away from the ears, drawing the shoulder blades toward each other and down the back. And while you're doing that, take one hand to the crown of the head, the top of the head, and lift that hand an inch or two away from your head and extend the head toward the hand. So we're lengthening the spine here. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, let the hands come down along the sides, turning the thumbs back. And then on your next inhale, float the palms together in front of the heart, where we can pause here to set intention for today's practice. Anything that comes to mind, perhaps you'd like to offer your efforts to someone that needs some health or support in this moment. Maybe you're trying to cultivate fearlessness or compassion or peace. And as always, just being here and being present, this is a beautiful, beautiful intention. So let's hold our intentions in our hearts, and I invite you to join me as we chant 3 rounds of Om, the sound that represents our connection to one another and to all things. We'll start with breath. Please inhale fully. And exhale completely. Inhale for Om. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, releasing the hands down along the sides, rolling the thumbs back, and blinking the eyes open. So even though the eyes are open, they can remain downcast, so the focus is inward. We'll inhale to take the arms out and up over the head. Let your right hand grab hold of your left wrist. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders down the back. Glide the head back so your ears are above your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we'll reach up and over to the right. Just an easy side stretch here. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Gazing forward or turning the gaze up to the left. Breathing here. And then inhale, coming back up to center. Release your hold on your wrist. And as you exhale, grab hold of the other wrist. So left hand holds on to that right wrist. We relax the shoulders. Take a deep inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, reach up and over to the left, opening that right side body, looking forward or looking up to the right. Just breathing into the sensations here. Enjoying the stretch, the movement of breath and blood. And then inhale, rise back up through center, reach through the fingers. As you exhale, interlace your fingers behind your head and press your head into your hands, opening the elbows up wide. And keeping the hands just as they are, we're going to separate the feet wide here. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, we'll take the arms out in line with the shoulders. Look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath. Exhale, turn your right toes to the right. Big inhale here. Exhale, bending the right knee. Now look down at your right foot and make sure your right heel is lined up with your right knee for Virabhadrasana 2. Traditionally, we're taught that you can look over the right shoulder, but you can also just look forward if that feels better for your neck. Palms can be up or down. Turning the palms up might help to facilitate a more relaxed shoulder. Take a breath here. Exhale, sit down more deeply, as long as it feels okay for your knee, for your hip. Breath coming and going. On our next inhale, we'll straighten the right leg, lifting the arms up over the head. Exhale, bend that right knee. Maybe look over the right shoulder, arms in line with the shoulders. We'll just try that a few times. Inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the right leg. Now, as we're bending, we want to make sure this right knee is tracking over the second and third toes. So when you look down, you should be able to see your big toe. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms, maybe gaze upward. Exhale, bend the knee, arms in line with shoulders. Take a breath. And then as we exhale, we're going to reach the arms behind us. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, carefully bend your left knee and pivot on the heel to come into a lunge posture. But we're going to adjust here. Heel toe your right foot out to the right, and then take a little step with your left foot to find a warrior one base. So think of your feet as on a railroad track rather than a tightrope. Take a deep inhale, lift your heart and chest. Both feet rooted as we exhale and fold forward. Humble warrior. Keep the weight in your back foot. It's easy to favor the front foot here. Let your head and neck relax and breathe. Press firmly through the feet and then inhale, come halfway up, reaching the crown of the head forward, the tailbone back. Exhale. Press through your feet and inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, release the hands. Inhale, take the arms out and up over the head. And as we exhale, we're going to straighten that right leg, pivot on the heel, and readjust, separating those feet wide. Big inhale here. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Keep a little bend in the knees as you fold forward. And again, you can come halfway down if that feels best for you, or you can fold all the way down. Now, oftentimes here, the hips want to go way back. So think about keeping your hips in line with your heels the whole way down. And just let your head and neck hang. Maybe shake that head yes and no. Pressing through the corners of the feet, a little bend in the knees, bring your hands to your hips, draw your shoulder blades together, and inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up over the head. And as we exhale, we're going to press the palms straight down the center line of the body. Nice and slow. Inhale, take the arms out and up over the head. And exhale, press the palms straight down the center line of the body. Take that 2 more times with your own breath. This time we'll inhale, take the arms out and up over the head, and then exhale, interlace the fingers behind the head again. Press the head into the hands, glide this lower rib cage back, drawing the navel inward and upward, tailbone pointing down, maybe carving ever so slightly forward. And then when you're ready, turn your left toes out, and inhale, bring the arms in line with the shoulders. Maybe look over your left hand, but remember you can also look forward if that feels better for your neck. Take a deep breath. And exhale, bend that left knee. Watch your knee. Make sure it's over your heel, pointing in the direction of the second and third toe. I always feel like I have to scoot it out a little bit to do that. And just breathe here. Virabhadrasana to Warrior Two. If you want to play with turning the palms up to relax the shoulders, go ahead and give that a try. And now we'll move with breath. So as we inhale, we'll straighten that left leg, reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, bend that left knee, arms in line with the shoulders. Inhale, straighten that left leg, arms come up. Exhale, bend the left knee, arms in line with the shoulders. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bending the knee, arms in line with shoulders. Take a deep breath. And then exhale again, we're going to interlace the fingers. And I encourage you to try to cross your fingers the opposite way. So opposite thumb on top. And then we'll bend the right knee very carefully. Start to pivot on your heel. So first we're going to land in a lunge shape, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. And then we'll adjust to a Warrior One shape. So heel toe your left foot out a little bit. You might lose your balance like me here. And that right foot firmly on the earth. Take a deep inhale, lift the heart and chest. And then exhale, fold forward for Humble Warrior. So for some people, if you get dizzy, just come halfway down. Otherwise, you can fold all the way down, crown of the head down toward the earth. Breath coming and going. Remember the back foot. Press firmly into that back foot. And then when you're ready, inhale, come halfway up, crown of the head forward, tailbone back. And then on an inhale, we'll rise all the way up, straightening that left leg, pivoting on the heels. And inhale, return to your five-pointed star. Exhale, hands on the hips. And now we're going to turn the toes out, preparing for goddess pose. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, bend the knees into a squat. So instead of the traditional goddess with the arms up, we're going to bring the hands onto the thighs here. One of my favorite ways to be here. We're just going to rock a little bit from side to side. Keep breathing as you do this. Notice how it feels. It's okay if your shoulders come up a little bit here. We're exaggerating the length of the side bodies. And then come back to stillness at center. Big inhale. Exhale, left shoulder down toward the right knee. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, right shoulder down toward the left knee. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, left shoulder to right knee. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, right shoulder to left knee. Inhale, come to center. And then exhale, I'm going to encourage you to heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. And your hands can stay on your thighs, or you can reach your arms out as we exhale and lower down. So come as low as you can. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer here. I don't know how people do this so smoothly. I'm still learning. So we're going to lower down into Malasana squat pose. And feel free, if this isn't comfortable for you, you can sit on blankets or pillows or bolsters or blocks. Otherwise, settling into the earth and breathing. And And eventually you'll let your hands come down and find your way onto your bottom. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, the knees open, and you can lift and drop the knees here. Breathing here. And you're welcome to keep your feet just like this, or you can find a cross-legged posture. I'm not sure that made a difference. So we're going to do a little twist here. Take a deep inhale, lengthen the spine. And really simple, easy exhale, give yourself a little twist to the right. The left hand will come to the outside of the right leg, and the right hand will come behind the body. So let the twist initiate from the torso. Inhale, lengthening the spine. And from the torso, exhale and twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. And then exhale, twist deeply to the right. You might even look over your right shoulder here. And pause here and maybe move that head and neck around a little bit, stretching the neck, finding the tender places and breathing into them. And then on your next inhale, unwinding, coming back to facing front, extend those arms down along the sides. Maybe readjust your sit bones. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, twisting to the left. The right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. The left hand comes behind you. Take a deep breath, lengthen up. And from the torso, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist more deeply to the left. Maybe look over that left shoulder and spend a moment or two breathing and moving that head and neck around, finding anything there that maybe needs some breath. We'll inhale to slowly unwind, come back to facing front. And exhale. You can place the hands onto the lap or thighs and just be still for a moment. Notice how you feel. And then take a moment to find a comfortable seat. So if you're comfortable right here on the ground, you're welcome to stay here. I do recommend uplifting the pelvis a little bit. So I have a few blankets here that I'm going to prop myself up onto. So feel free to grab anything that you need to sit comfortably. As we sit, the body temperature might drop, so you might want to grab some socks or a sweater. So today we're going to work on 2 breathing practices. Well, really it's 3. Kapalabhati or Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. This is an excellent breath for times when we're feeling tired and we need a little energy. It can help move stagnation through. It can help with symptoms of depression, lack of motivation, these sorts of things. If you are on your moon, you might want to skip this or just take it easy. You can also just sit and take deep breaths. So Kapalabhati is an active exhale and a passive inhale. So if you just focus on the exhale, the inhale will happen naturally. If you're new to this practice, it might take a little getting used to. And as with everything, especially with pranayama, you want to really listen to your body. If you start to feel like you aren't able to catch your breath, or you start to feel anxious or pressure in the lungs, just stop. Just stop and come back to your natural, easy breath. And the natural, easy breath is where we'll begin. So once you find your comfortable seat, just close the eyes again. And feel the sensation of the breath coming and going at the nostrils or wherever you feel it the most in the body. You don't need to deepen the breath or change it in any way. Just feel it. Knowing that you can come back to this easy rhythm, this easy pace of your own breathing at any time. And when you're ready, go ahead and blink the eyes open and place your right hand on your belly. So we're going to think about, as we inhale, the belly is like a balloon that's filling. So we want to feel that belly extend out into the hand. And what you're feeling there is actually muscular movement. There isn't air in the belly. This is the diaphragm pressing down into the abdominal cavity, which then extends out. And when you really tune in, you might also feel some subtle movement in the lower back extending out like a balloon that fills up. So let's try that. Inhale and extend, expand. If it's helpful, you can even take your other hand onto your lower back and feel that expansion there. And then exhale and actively draw the navel back toward the spine like you're popping that balloon, like this. So we're going to inhale and fill the balloon. Exhale and pop. So this is coming in and out through the nose, in and out through the nose here. As we inhale, we expand the belly. And as we exhale, we draw the navel to the spine. So eventually, it's going to look and sound something like this. So I'm going to give you a count for this. The inhales will happen on 2, and our active exhales will happen on 1. Active exhales on 1, passive inhales on 2. Let's begin by taking a deep, full breath together. Exhale completely with a tall spine. You're welcome to place a hand on the belly. Inhale halfway. And begin your powerful exhales on 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exhale completely. When you're empty, inhale fully. Tall spine as you exhale completely. Moving into Kumbhaka, breath retention. Please listen to your body. If you need to exhale before I prompt you, do that. Otherwise, we'll inhale 3/4 of the way, a comfortable breath. And hold the breath like a gentle pause. You can focus at the eyebrow center or the heart, or mentally repeat a mantra like Om. And if you haven't already, keeping a tall spine, exhale completely. When you're empty, inhale fully. And exhale completely. Just notice how you feel. And we'll move into the second round. You might take your other hand and place it on your belly. It's optional. So just take a breath. Inhale fully. Tall spine as you exhale completely. Through the nose, inhale halfway. Powerful exhales on 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exhale completely, relaxing the hand. When you're empty, inhale fully. Tall spine as you exhale completely. Second round, Kumbhaka. Inhaling 3/4 of the way. Hold the breath like a gentle pause. Mentally relax the muscles of the face and shoulders and jaw. And exhale slowly and completely. When you're empty, inhale fully. Tall spine as you exhale. We'll do one more round, and this time I'm not going to count for you, so you'll just do your own pace. Powerful exhales, passive inhales. Let's inhale together fully. Exhale completely. Inhale halfway. And begin. Begin to slow it down. And exhale completely. When you're empty, inhale fully. Tall spine as you exhale completely. Last round of breath retention. Inhaling 3/4 of the way, a comfortable breath. And hold like a gentle pause. If you haven't already, keeping a tall spine, exhale slowly and completely. And be still. Allow your breath to come and go. Noticing any natural shifts or changes in the physical body or thinking mind. When you feel ready, you can maybe roll the shoulders out a little bit, drop the head from side to side, open and close the mouth to stretch the jaw, wiggle your fingers, maybe take the legs out in front of you, shake them out, wake them up. Or if a twist feels good, you can give yourself a little twist. We're going to do one more breathing exercise here. So you might choose to change the way that you're sitting. Maybe you want to sit with your hips on your heels, or just settle back into the same posture. So Kapalabhati, as I mentioned, is a clearing, energizing breath. And now we're going to practice Nadi Shodhana, which means Nadi is channel and Shodhana is cleansing. So this is a balancing, cleansing breath. And it can actually help if you're tired and you need energy, or if you're all wound up and you need to calm down. It helps to balance the hemispheres of the brain, and it works with the three main nadis or channels in the body: the Sushumna, the central channel, the Ida, which is the line that runs from the base of the spine and crisscrosses through the chakras or the energy centers and ends at the left nostril. And the Pingala, which also originates at the base of the spine, crossing with the Ida around the chakras, and the Pingala ends at the right nostril. It's our solar masculine side. So the left hand can rest on the thigh, bringing the index finger and thumb together. And the right hand we're going to bring into what's called Vishnu Mudra, the gesture of maintenance and sustenance. So the peace fingers here, the peace fingers are going to curl in, and the thumb in a moment will be used to cover the right nostril. The middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger will be used to cover the left nostril. So we're going to take this hand and turn it to face the face. And make sure that your head is back, that you're bringing your hand to your head and not the other way around. So keeping that head back, keeping it relaxed. Take a moment and just breathe through both nostrils. And then when you're ready, use your thumb to cover your right nostril and inhale through the left. Hold both nostrils, lightly, gently, hold. Exhale through the right. When you're empty, inhale through the right. Hold both. Exhale through the left. That is considered one full round. Inhale through the left. Hold both. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold both. Exhale through the left. One more full round. Inhale through the left. Hold both. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold both. Exhale through the left. Release the right hand down. You can bring the index and thumb together and breathe through both nostrils. Again, noticing any natural shifts or changes in the physical body or thinking mind. And here you're welcome to stay just as you are, but if you need to add any movements to remain comfortable, you can do that. The palms are facing up. This is more of a receiving gesture, and if you turn the palms down, this is more of a grounding gesture, so you can just decide what you need in this moment. And we're just going to settle into some silence for just a few moments. The eyes can be closed or downcast. The body has moved and breathed and is now ready to settle in to deep, sacred silence. Nothing to do or achieve. And I encourage you today, rather than having a single point of focus like the breath, instead rest back into your spaciousness like the sky. And when thoughts come, notice them. Like the sky is accepting of clouds and airplanes and birds. Just allow yourself to be spacious and accepting of whatever comes and whatever goes. We'll sit together in silence for several minutes. You're welcome to stay here in seated meditation if that feels right. Or you can begin to make your way into Shavasana, lying on your back, maybe putting a pillow under the knees or something under the head, a blanket to cover the body. Wherever you are, let your eyes remain closed. If you're on your back, traditional Shavasana, the arms are down along the sides. The palms turn upward in that gesture of receiving, saying yes to the gifts of a yoga practice. The feet are about 2 feet apart, but you can make adjustments for your own stability and comfort. And just continue to be spacious, relaxed, allowing the body to receive the benefits of this yoga practice. This is perfect. That is perfect. From the perfect springs the perfect. Take the perfect from the perfect, and only the perfect remains. Om become aware of your breathing. Feel the sensation of coolness at the nostrils as you inhale, and the sensation of warmth at the nostrils as you exhale. And then come up right behind that natural, easy breath and begin to deepen your inhalations and lengthen your exhalations. Deep, full breaths. Noticing how the breath influences the physical body. And allow the movement of the breath to inspire movement in the body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your head from side to side, moving your shoulders and your hips and your knees. Maybe reaching the arms behind you or above you and give yourself a full body stretch. Wiggle through the torso to stretch the sides. And if you're on your back, roll onto your side in a fetal position. Either side will do. Whatever position you find yourself in, just pause for a moment and thank yourself for coming to the yoga mat today and making it to a practice. And taking your time, begin to make your way up to a tall seat if you're not there already. And remember, you can sit on a blanket or bolster. Letting your pelvis be heavy, your spine be tall and light, heart open, maybe a small smile on the face. And we'll inhale to draw the palms together in front of the heart center, remembering the intention that we set for our practice. With this intention in our hearts, we'll join our voices once more with 3 booming ohms. Take a deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale for Om. With presence and gratitude, we lift thumbs to the forehead for our clear thinking, thumbs to the lips for our mindful words, and thumbs to the heart for our compassionate intentions and actions. In deep gratitude to all of my teachers, to the traditions of yoga asana, pranayama, meditation, mantra. In deep gratitude to each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. Sat Nam. Namaste.